Hello children, today we will do a composition topic on people who help us. One day, Rohan was sitting very upset. He could not understand the maths that his teacher taught him. He had a test in a few days and he thought that he would surely not do well. He sat and was very sad. Just then, his friend Fatima came in and asked Rohan what was the matter. Rohan told Fatima that he was not able to understand these maths problems, addition, subtraction, and told her he had a test in a few days. Fatima said, "Don't worry, Rohan. I will help you." So Fatima sat along with Rohan and explained to him how to go ahead with the maths problems, how to do addition, subtraction. She told him, "Rohan, you must pay more attention in class. You are a clever boy, and I'm sure you can do well. You just need to pay a little attention." Rohan was happy that he could learn from Fatima and also learn that paying attention in class would help him do his maths better. When the test was over, Rohan got an A plus. He was so excited. His teacher told him, "Rohan, I thought you did not understand the maths problems. How come you got an A plus?" Rohan told his teacher, "I could only do it because of my friend Fatima, who helped me understand it better." And he also told his teacher that he was sorry for not paying attention to her in class. Fatima helped Rohan to understand this problem. His teacher told them that, "Children, there are many people who help us. Just like Fatima helped Rohan, there are other people who help us to make our life easy." So today, children, I'm going to teach you on people who help us. Today, children, we will begin with a doctor. A doctor is a person who cures the sick. Whenever you are feeling unwell, you go to a doctor and the doctor prescribes some medicine so you can feel better. A nurse. A nurse is someone who helps the patient get better soon. A nurse helps the doctor when she is not present there to help the patient and give the medicine and to check on the patients. Children, today we are going through a tough time with the pandemic and the doctor's life is not easy. They put their lives at risk for us. They have every reason to get the COVID-19 from the patient, but they have to take very good care. So their lives is not easy. They work very hard for us. The nurse takes care of the patient when the doctor is not present. You know, children, the doctor cannot be with all the patients at one time. So that's why there are many nurses in the hospitals to help the patients get better and take the place of the doctor when he or she is not present. There are other people in hospitals that help the patients, like ward boys, and there are sometimes eyes. they are also helping us in some way or the other. So we have to appreciate the work of a doctor because their life is very, very difficult. Sometimes they are called even in the night if it is an emergency. So a doctor is a person who takes care of the sick, and a nurse helps the doctor take care of their patients. A teacher. A teacher is a person who teaches lessons. A teacher has a very important job to do. She has to teach children and educate them not only for lessons but also to be good children. A teacher has to know all the subjects like English, maths, science, PT. In our school, we have Nitin sir who takes PT. Anjum teacher who teaches computer. And today, children, we have a very important role to play as teachers. Since schools are not open and online class is going on, there is a lot of work for us teachers. We have to know different languages too. Marathi, Hindi, some schools have Urdu, Gujarati. So you see children, a job of a teacher is very important. In a school, there are other people who help us. Like in our school, the office staff is Jennifer teacher. She also has an important role to play. She takes the fees, keeps the accounts, writes the names of all the children in a big book. It's a lot of work for her. We also have our peons who help us in the school. In our school, we have Sandeep uncle, Deepa auntie, and Anil uncle who help us for doing all sorts of jobs. They keep our school clean. They help us when we are in school. They do a lot of paperwork as well. Children, as you are now in Standard 2, we have 3 teachers who teach you. For Standard 2nd A, we have Clefia teacher. 2nd B, we have Supriya teacher. And in 2nd C, it is Lisa teacher. We 3 teachers together do lessons for you, make lovely videos, and help you to learn better. A policeman or a policewoman. This is a picture of an ex-parent of ours, Mr. Ghadire. He is a reputed inspector, and the job of a policeman or a policewoman is to maintain law and order. We also have policewomen who help to maintain law and order in our country. Children, the job of a policeman is very difficult too. They have to maintain law and order in the country, especially when there are riots or there is some trouble somewhere. They have to be present. Their lives too are at risk. They catch thieves, and especially during the lockdown, their job was very difficult. They had to see that the people on the road were less. People were not roaming the streets unnecessarily. So their job was also very difficult at this time during the pandemic. A policeman and a policewoman do their job with dignity. They work for our country, and we should appreciate all the hard work that they put in to bring law and order in our country. A tailor. A tailor is a person who stitches clothes. Children, all of us cannot be tailors. All of us have a different passion for doing something. But a tailor enjoys what he does, and it's because of him or her that we get these lovely clothes that we wear. See the different designs, all done by a tailor. So a tailor is a person who stitches clothes. A farmer. A farmer is a person who grows crops. His job is very difficult. They have to work in the heat of the sun and sometimes in bad conditions to get us our crops, cereals, vegetables, fruits. So the job of a farmer is to grow crops. A chef. A chef is a person who cooks tasty food. Now your mummy can also be a chef, but a chef works in a restaurant or a hotel where they make delicious food. As you can see here, there is a variety of food for us to eat in a restaurant. So a chef is a person who cooks food. A bus conductor. Children, the job of a bus conductor too is not very easy. They have to work in crowded buses, issuing tickets to everyone on the bus. Sometimes there is such a crowd and people are pushing in the bus or trying to get out. A conductor has to see that everything goes smoothly. People are in the bus safely. Then he rings the bell and the bus moves on. So the job of a conductor is to issue tickets in the bus. A soldier. A soldier is a person who fights for our country. You see, children, we have many soldiers in India. Every country has their own soldiers. Their job is very risky. They have to fight to keep the enemy away. They keep us safe from the enemy. So the job of a soldier is to look after our country and fight for it. We must salute all the soldiers who are working for us and putting their lives at risk to help us be safe. Jai Hind to all the soldiers who work for our country and keep us safe. A plumber. A plumber is a person who fixes pipes. All the pipes in our house are fixed by a plumber. Not everyone can do this job, but he is specialized in fixing pipes and seeing that the water comes to our house easily. A mason. A mason is a person who builds walls with bricks and stones and also using cement. They use bricks and cement, sometimes even stones, big stones to build a house. So a job of a mason is to build walls using bricks and cement. An engineer. An engineer is a person who designs machines for different use. To be an engineer, you have to study a lot. Their job is difficult because they have to work very hard to see that whatever they design is designed properly and without any flaw. An architect. An architect is a person who designs buildings. Children, it is not easy to design a building, but to study architecture, you have to work very hard. You have to see that whenever you design a building, it is designed properly, where the kitchen is in one place, the bedroom, and everything is in order. So their design helps to make the building look beautiful and also safe. A postman. A postman delivers letters. Children, today we do not see many postmen around because of the computer, our mobile phones where we can send email or send WhatsApp messages. But their job is very difficult. Whether it is raining or it is cold or hot, the postman has to go around delivering letters. A mechanic. A mechanic is a person who repairs engines. Car engine, it could be any engine, but a mechanic repairs engines. Sanitary workers. Children, the meaning of sanitary is to help take out garbage or clean the place. Can you see these workers here? They are working on the street. Sometimes they have to work in the hot sun, or even if it's raining or it's cold. They are on the streets keeping our city clean. These are also sanitary workers. They take out the garbage and see that it is sent to the garbage dump. Children, their job is very, very difficult. They have to bear dirty smell and pick up rubbish from our homes and see that it is sent into this garbage truck and then sent to the garbage dump. Children, without them, our garbage would be outside our homes or on the streets. But because of their hard work, our city is clean and our garbage is taken out from our homes. So thank you to these workers who work in bad conditions to keep our city clean. An electrician. An electrician is a person who fixes wires, does the wiring in the homes. So without him, children, if our wires are not fitted properly, there could be a short circuit and the house could catch fire. But an electrician sees that the wires are fitted properly and it's in working condition. A librarian. A librarian is a person who takes care of the library. She has to know of all the books in the library and keep a record of it. See, there are thousands of books in the library, and a librarian must know if you need a particular book, where to go. So her job is also not easy. You can have a male librarian or a female librarian. A barber. A barber cuts hair. Children, all of us cannot be a barber. They have to know the correct technique of cutting your hair. Otherwise, you will look weird if your haircut is not done properly. So, a barber cuts hair. A lawyer. A lawyer is a person who works in a court and fights cases. She also has to be very knowledgeable and know about the law of a country. A greengrocer. A greengrocer sells vegetables. You can see here a variety of vegetables, and a greengrocer sells all these vegetables. So the job of a greengrocer is to sell vegetables. A maid. A maid is a person who does housework. You can also have a maid in an office or any place. They have to do menial work and work very hard. Sometimes the place is very big and they have to work double the amount of time to clean the house or the place given to them. A driver. A driver is a person who drives a car. A butcher. A butcher is a person who sells meat, different kinds of meat. And only he knows how to cut the meat, and he should know every part of the body of the animal to sell it. So a butcher sells meat. A baker. A baker is a person who bakes bread. If ever you pass by a bakery, you get some lovely, yummy smell of freshly baked bread. It is a technique how to do it. So a baker bakes bread. A pilot. A pilot is a person who flies a plane. Can you see the number of buttons here, children? It is not easy to understand it, but the job of a pilot is to know all these little buttons in the plane and how to fly the plane. It is not easy to fly hundreds of people on an aircraft and take them safely. They also have to work and study a lot to be a pilot. So the job of a pilot is to fly a plane. A carpenter. A carpenter makes furniture. They use wood to make different kinds of furniture. They too have to work precisely to get the furniture correct. So the job of a carpenter is to make furniture. Now, children, that you have learned so much about the different kinds of people who help us, let us do fill in the blanks. A dash cures the sick. Who cures the sick? A doctor. A dash teaches us lessons. Teacher. A dash helps to do odd jobs in an office or school. Pune. A dash helped to maintain law and order. Policeman. A dash stitches clothes. A tailor. Dash grows crops and vegetables. A farmer. A dash cooks food. Chef. A chef cooks food. A dash issues tickets in a bus. Conductor. A dash fights for our country. Soldier. A dash bakes bread. A baker. A dash takes care of the sick. A nurse. A dash designs buildings. An architect designs buildings. Look at the picture and mention the helper. Who is this? Butcher. He is a butcher. He sells meat. Who is this? A pilot. A pilot flies a plane. Who is this? Driver. A driver drives a vehicle. Who is this? Carpenter. Who is this? Plumber. Who is this? An electrician. Children, you have learned so much about the people who help us. When you grow up, I'm sure you would want to be one of these people. You may be a policeman, a doctor, a carpenter, a driver, a teacher, a chef. Whatever you choose when you grow up, children, always do your work well. And you must be happy doing your work. Only then you can give your best to it. So we have to say a big thank you to all our helpers who make our life easy. Thank you, children, for being a part of this class.